Hello, and welcome to Twenties Aplenty and our weekly campaign, the Headhunter Chronicles, a D&D adventure involving random people that met on the internet. This week, after the run-in with Varak's mother, the group come across another of his old acquaintances. If you enjoyed today's session, please remember to like and subscribe. Either way, we'd love to know what you think, so please leave a comment below. And with that, we hope you enjoyed today's session.
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe. We fight, at times polite. It's DnD.
When last we set off, the party were heading through the desert in pursuit of a number of raiders that had slaughtered a village that they'd come across on their way to Dragon's Claw. Eventually, they came across some bodies in the road, 3 of which were Dragonborn, 2 merchants, and what looked like a guard who was in military armour. On the back of his neck was the same mark, the same wound, as though somebody had stolen his dog tags. To one side, though, there was another body. Varak and Korsck headed off towards that body, and when they turned it over, Korsck was not surprised that it was a member of his own tribe. Armour with the same symbol on that was on Korsk's shield. Korsck explained this to Varak, and that he'd suspected this for a while. He wasn't sure why they'd gone so far raiding, but slaughtering villages definitely wasn't their normal thing. Raiding merchant carts was, which is what they seem to have done here, as there was cart tracks that headed south. Having shared the news with the group, they jumped onto the wagon, set the camels off south, pulling the wagon behind the trail. Eventually they went through more and more built-up area. It became more and more built up as they made their way south. The tracks become a little bit confused. They weren't quite sure they were still following the right tracks. However, they led them to a dock, which was the dock for the ferry that goes across the Dragon Claw Channel to Dragon's Claw City. They could see in the distance the red tower poking over the horizon. They asked the man who sorted the tickets out if a group of kobolds had been through, and in fact they had. Mentioned they were they were ugly fellas, and then retreated a little bit when Korsck challenged him, saying it was scars. So the group got the ferry across to Dragon's Claw. Upon arrival, they made their way through portside and found themselves an inn called the Dragon's Claws, which was claws not like that, clause as in clause in a contract. Varak advised that was a good place to stop because barely any locals went there, because other than lawyers who were just boring as hell and nobody else bothered going there, the group got some whiskey, because that's what they sold. 20 different blends of it. Korsck wanted to drown his sorrows. And in solidarity, Varak decided to join him.
It was a mistake.
After quite a few drinks, and Amanita bothering a couple of lawyers who then bored the sin out of her about a case, Korsck decided it was a good time to practice some alchemy and do some experiments. In which case he set off a load of pyrotechnics in the bar and was promptly told he'd had enough to drink. He was sent to bed. The rest of the group had retired as well. The next morning, after some breakfast, the group headed off to the Mind. It's the top and inside layer of Dragon's Claw, where the council reside in the Red Tower, but also the military headquarters is there as well. They were lucky because on that day, there was a surgery with the council. However, on their way, Lucy and Amanita spotted a young teenage female black dragonborn with piercing yellow eyes following them, hood up. Upon noticing that the group had noticed, she quickly scarpered. When they reached the Red Tower, they spoke to the administrator there, the clerk, and she got a little bit confused. Thought you were talking when you said you were talking about vessel. Thought she was you were talking about a big vat to hold crop dusting materials that had been stolen, and they were promptly sent in to see a lady called Miran, who was a council member that had been appointed as a military advisor. One of the top brass in the military, in the Dragonborn military. As the group walked through, the group got a feel for the level of shame people felt in Varak. Whispers, surprised whispers of a man not seen in years. As he passed, eyes diverted down to the ground, not even being able to look at him as he passed. Miran herself completely ignored him and targeted most of her questions initially at the hungover Korsck. Korsck explained why they were there and made up a story about a crop dusting business or a farming business, and they used the airship to dust their crops. Miran thought this was a little bit absurd. Why would a bunch of foreigners come to Dragon's Claw to start a farm, one of the most barren areas in Titanus?
It's free real estate.
You've been thinking about that all week, haven't you?
No. Literally just 5 seconds.
She wanted to get a feel for the types of people she was dealing with and start asking some rather personal questions, particularly about the group's families, where they hailed from, what their relationship was like with their mother. Would their mother be proud of them? When challenged, she pleaded with the group to be patient and to be reasonable in answering her questions. Amanita started asking her questions about her family. She mentioned that her mother had been lost to the war, as has her son. Eventually, she agreed that the group could have the airship back, providing they went on a dangerous mission, obtained some military plans from the Crag Dwarves in a place called Deepstone, which is deep into their territory. Recognizing this was pretty much a certain suicide mission, the group decided that they probably should decline. However, on Cleo's advice, accepted with a view of not actually doing the job. Instead, the group plotted to somehow obtain the airship and the crew from Axmouth, where it was held. On the way out, Varak spotted a familiar face. Tearful eyes, slight smile on her face as their eyes met. She then looked away and disappeared into the crowd. Blue Dragonborn. Afterwards, when they were outside, Varak explained why all the personal questions was there, stating it was a personal matter, because Miran was his mother. Him being the son that had shamed the family, she no longer acknowledged him. Spoke as though he had been lost to the war, dead. They then decided that they'd head back down to the inn to discuss a strategy of what to do next. By the time they were in the cup, they heard a psst. A stone landed at Varak's feet, followed by another psst. And they saw the dragonborn that had been following them earlier, with black scales and yellow piercing eyes. The young lady with a hood up beckoning them into an alleyway. And that's where we set off. So, listening back to the recording, I heard that might be that the bit at the end might have been a bit confusing because all I said was the dragonborn you'd seen earlier, which may have indicated it was the other one that was in the council chamber, but it wasn't. It was the one the group had seen first, rather than the one that Varak had seen on the way out.
Yeah. That's what confused me. I was just like, that was quick moving to get where we were.
So, what would you like to do? Psst.
I begin to head over to the alleyway.
And Korsck will follow too. So looking very curious.
You're going to get stabbed.
Good.
Thanks, Marcus. There's two of us and one of her.
Yeah, well, once upon a time there was one of me and 10 of whoever else, and I walked out okay.
Well, we should be fine in this instance, shouldn't we?
I mean, I'm not going down the alleyway.
Keep watching. And I'll head down and over.
So, what's Lucy and Amanita doing?
Amanita's deciding whether she should come or go, like with who to follow. She's not too sure about going into a dark alleyway, but then again, she doesn't want to have to revive Varak again either. I guess if as you walk down the alleyway, she'll just shout, "If he attacks you, just yell, ah, and I'll come running."
Lucy follows Varak very unstealthily.
So as Lucy's kind of making his way into the alleyway, people are looking at this tiefling clattering along. As Varak gets there, she waves you to follow a little bit further and you go around a bend.
Shall we follow them? They've gone round the corner.
Yeah, they're probably going to get stabbed.
Oh well. I guess we gotta save their skins again.
So you
And
head.
I'll start following.
Okay.
But she'll do it stealthily.
Marcus won't, but he will also follow. He's just going to look like a tired and frustrated dad, just kind of like frustratedly marching down that hallway.
So you get around the corner. The Dragonborn kind of peeks round to see who's following, waits for the rest, peeks round again and drops it in after being sure that Marcus isn't being followed. Hi. Someone wants to talk to you.
Who?
Friend.
I don't have many friends in these parts anymore.
You could say someone you share a kinship with.
Right?
I won't say his name here. Follow me. Not too closely. At which point...
Well, if it is a hold-up, it's the most elaborate one I've come across.
Which point she sticks her hood up and heads back out into the street. Mike, cautiously watching, and begins to head the way you were heading anyway. So, round to the gate into the shield. As soon as she walks into the shield, you see her pace quicken, as though she doesn't want to be there. She becomes a little bit more skittish. Once she's out of the shield and a little bit further along, her pace drops again. She heads south into the wall's shade. It's actually a little bit because it's quite stuffy in that area of the city, but it is cooler because it's surrounded on 3 out of 4 sides by tall walls for the majority of it. You see small rickety houses that have been fashioned out of mud and whatever people have had to hand. Most of the roofs are made of seaweed that has been dried. She takes you down past passageway after passageway. You see signs of prostitution, drug use. You see one particular drug den that has people just lying outside, completely wasted. Noxious fumes coming out. She heads down almost to this area here. Almost in the corner. There is a little house. Looks like it's one room. She gives a distinctive knock 3 or 4 times, each with like 3 seconds between, on the door, and then opens it and goes in. She quickly beckons you in, and the room is relatively small. The room is relatively small. To answer Charlie's question, no. You just know of the one in, because that's all Varak's told you about. Varak might know a few more, potentially. Which would rely on Wayne making some up, but... So... You entered the room and sat in the corner at a small table on a single chair. Is what looks like an old bent over man, a dragonborn. You see he's missing an arm. You see the edge of his face is copper. Varak, this is somebody you believe to be dead. The last you remember of seeing him was your last mission. Rubble fell from high onto your brotherhood, onto your squad. Your entire squad were buried. Some you could see dead. Some were even more buried and you assumed they were dead. One of which was the man sat in front of you now. Your former flag bearer, Fei Shan. Varak, a sight for sore eyes.
You talk pretty good for a ghost.
Well, perhaps if you'd been around, you would have realized that not all of us were dead. Just a bit of a shame, though, that the crag dwarfs got it to us first. Well, well, I wouldn't say a shame, actually. It probably would have been more of a shame the other way around. Punished for failing. Years I spent in that in that prison. 2 years. Prisoner of war, they called me. Till they realized I wasn't any harm to them. Me and you others, all in the cell. Jargax from our squad was there as well, but don't know where he is now. Don't know what came of him. But that time opened my eyes. The war isn't quite what we think. I don't think there's any bad guys in this war. Of the those at the top seeking power. You see what I see on their side of the fence. Starvation. Crops being burnt by our soldiers. Tainting of water to make them poison and make the dwarfs sterile. This is not honorable warfare. Eventually, after seeing so much, what can I say? We won each other over. They were intrigued by my curiosity. Was surprised by that I wasn't aware of some of the things that our people were doing to them. Eventually they took me to the library in Goldhelm, where they told me their history of the war. It wasn't over territory, like we'd been led to believe. Long ago, there was a peace deal. Until we decided we didn't want that deal anymore. It was a peace offering we had originally paid. We wanted it back. Knowing it was part of something powerful, the correct dwarves refused. The next day, the Dragonborn rolled into their land. And years later, here we are, still going at it, battering our heads against the brick wall. I'm not the only one that knows this, that saw it for their own eyes. There's a whole group of us. We want change. We want to put an end to the war. We want to use diplomacy, not brute force. Someone who has seen the downside of the war, being affected by it. Varak, you're one of those people. The type of people we want to enlist. I'm not asking you to promise anything, just come to a meeting.
I'm not turning my back on my country. You may have been, I'm glad you're alive, you know what I mean? I'm glad some of you survived. That means so much to me, but no. I'm not turning my back on my people. You may see things differently from their point of view now, but
this isn't about us versus them, Varak. It's not about betraying your people. I'm doing this for our people. So many millions have lost their lives needlessly because of the greed of those at the top. We need to take them out. Not assassinate them, but we need to get rid of them. We need to remove them from their position. Just come to the meeting. You'll see we're not about violence. Anything but. There's no pottery shop in the flea market near the shield wall. Tomorrow night, go to the shop and ask about a repair for a clay cooking pot. When she asks you what color it is, tell her it's red. The shopkeeper will show you to where the meeting is. It's good to see you, Varak. Really is.
it's good to see you too, but I don't like the sound of this. I can't say I do. Will more of us be there? Or is it just you?
There have been more of us there, but they're off doing jobs. They're good people, though. They want the best for our country. All this bullcrap about honor and doing one's duty. It's not what the gods want. It's just about greed. It's just about power. Come along, you'll see.
No promises. I'm not promising I'll be there.
Very well. Viva. Sure, I guess so.
Before we go, I will let you in on a little bit of information that we've discovered up in Dragon's Foot, the fortress. We went down there to sort out a bit of a problem for them, and we, got to the very bottom of it, and we found an old soldier. I do what an old soldier who was from the war with the humans. If you remember, or if you know of how long ago that was.
And this soldier was alive.
Yep. He was stuck down there eating rats and spiders and whatever else he could get his hands on.
That's impossible.
Or us. He was something else. He was like us, but mixed with something else. He was mixed with a drake, if I remember correctly. I can't remember what he called himself, but his name was Vertax. Vertrax.
There's stories of such creatures in Crag Dwarf fairy tales, children's stories. I never thought such things were real. And what exactly was this creature doing down there?
He was guarding something mighty important, but I'm not going to disclose much more information than that. If I decide to go tomorrow, I'll let you know then, but I'm just filling you in a bit of pieces here and there.
I appreciate it, Varak. I really do. And you're not going to lose anything by coming to the meeting, even if you decide not to come to another one. It is what it is.
I hold myself to my principles. Things might have changed for you, but they didn't change for me. And I hope you'll appreciate that.
I do. So be it. And he looks at the girl. Viva. And she guides you out of the wall's shade towards the flea market.
I would like to insight check some of that conversation.
Okay.
Because I remembered that's something I can do. With my 22, apparently.
That's intimidation.
Intimidation is like very strictly non-violent. and like all very like pro diplomacy.
Mm-hmm. You still edge him?
Yeah. Okay, I'm assuming you heard nothing of what I asked.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
You also rolled intimidation, not insight.
Okay, I'm just gonna fucking type it.
No. So 20's fine.
So,
No.
how convinced am I this guy is strictly non-violent and very pro diplomacy?
He wasn't intentionally lying. You got the feeling that should it come to it, he would be willing to fight for his cause. However, that is not his intention. He certainly didn't have any obvious weapons with him.
Right about right now. I care about long term.
So, as I said, you get the impression that should it come to it, he would fight for his cause. However, that's not his primary intention.
Righto.
This is getting very complicated. I didn't realise there was so much going under the surface at Dragon's Claw.
Yeah, it's a mess.
I mean, one way to think about it would be that we only have... I didn't want to say this because in his presence, because he's your friend and former family member, but we only have his word and the word of the dwarves he's been talking to that his story is true.
Yeah, I'm not particularly trusting of him. If it's a meeting, it's a meeting, but that's, like I said to him, I stick to my principles. My principles are don't trust those damn dwarves. No matter what. After what they did to him and to the rest of my group, nah. What they did to me, my eye, everybody I lost, the blame that was pinned on me, like, no, that's down to them.
But is your situation, Varak, is that the Krakow dwarfs doing, or is it the principles of the people you were working for?
It's both. It's the war's fault. It's a complicated thing. I feel very conflicted about it. It's... Anyway, I need a drink. Anyone else need one?
Only if it's a hot one. One thing he did say that was interesting, though, was that he claimed that the war's objective was based around retrieving an artifact. Possibly the second piece that we were led to believe existed.
Yep, that's my thinking as well. I think our good old friend, the General, I won't name names, but I reckon there's something foul afoot, and he's got involved in something he probably shouldn't have.
How long has the war been going on again? Question from Wayne, sorry.
I think it is several hundreds of years.
How much time, and they still haven't managed to retrieve the artifact. Not got to a point where they can confess what the war has actually been about.
The people have been trying to confess what the war is about, I imagine, for some time. I just don't think anyone's wanting to listen to something that isn't we're the good guys and they're the bad.
I mean, it's surprising to me because you said it yourself, the war has been responsible for probably for millions of deaths at this point. I think it would be easier to simply cut the losses and disengage.
As my old friend said, greed's a hell of a thing. Somebody's pulling the strings behind it all to get what they want.
Admittedly, that is a good point. I don't know how palpable this would be to you, Varak, but let's say we did go to that meeting. Do you think your friend might be interested in helping us retrieve the airship? It might well be he has the contacts required to make a prospective heist much easier.
It just depends. I've not spoken to him since a long time ago now. I thought he was dead last time I saw him, so I don't know what he's been up to or what kind of connections he might have or what their group might have. It might just be here, located within this city. It might be further spread than that, but I guess there's no harm in asking if we do go, but I'm reluctant to show face.
Well, yeah, as I said, none of us gonna try and force you into that.
Thanks.
So,
Sorry, Jess, you go.
go on. I was just going to say, so shall we go shopping? Or go get, seeing those Varaks thirsty? A beer?
I'm up for shopping if people want to do some shopping first.
Might help take the mind off of everything we found out so far.
Okay. I can always drink on the way as well. I'm sure it's fine.
Speaking of the airship, I confess I'm still not entirely clear what we have in mind for that.
That is a discussion over drinks.
So that's where you were headed when we last set off. You were going to strategize what you could do.
Does everyone in Dragonclaw strategize over drink?
It's the most common way to get things sorted. And everything goes down smoother with a drink.
Certainly some pieces fitting together now.
What's the plan then? We're gonna head to the shops, or are we gonna go back to the Dragon's Claws?
We'll get some drinks to go, and then we'll go shopping and drink.
I mean, there's some shops just outside. I mean, they're a bit smelly.
Do we know of any good taverns in the
Not those shops, Amanita. Not those shops.
I can't say I spend much time around here, Lucy, so I can't say if I know any particularly good taverns in this part. Would I know of any better taverns relatively close, Wayne?
Mainly military ones, so you would feel a little bit uncomfortable being a one of the shamed.
Yeah.
Going in there. That's the whole point why you picked the Dragon's Claws, because you knew barely anybody went into there.
I mean, we could just head up to port side if, head back to Dragon's Claws, bunk up there for a bit, and then head out to the shops. I mean, what time is it just now as well?
It is probably a little after lunch. Would have took you a good 3 hours to walk there and walk back. Then you've been to Wall Shade, I guess. So probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. How about we do shopping tomorrow when we have more time and we just head back to the port side for just now, if everyone's all right with it. By the time we try and get out, I imagine most places be trying to close up shop.
Okay.
All right. Plus, I probably still owe the bartender some more of that coffee.
It was a breakfast thing, I think, but I'm sure she would have a cup if you were making. So you head back into Portside and the Dragon's Claws. Because it's working hours, it is deserted because a lot of the lawyers are in court. So the red Dragonborn bar lady, the landlady, greets you she's quite pleasantly surprised. She's got customers in the afternoon. Hi there. While you were out, actually just about half an hour ago, you got a letter.
Who did?
You.
Me.
Indeed.
Oh, Varak, someone must really like you.
Apparently.
Do you think we should have run a potion of disguise on you?
I kind of think so too.
You don't think it's a love letter, do you?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be probably something awful. You're due us this amount of money now that you're back home or something. Or we seen your face. We know where you live. I don't know. Something like that.
Could be a tax rebate.
I highly doubt it.
Or it could be an invitation to a party.
You guys seem to think I am much more like than what I actually am. I appreciate that a party
I just
invite
like
would be nice.
thinking positive.
Well, I guess, yeah.
And she has a point. You won't get very far with that amount of negativity.
I mean,
I'm
you'll
just-
be alive.
Exactly. See, Marcus gets it.
So you open the envelope, and inside are two things. The first one falls out with a clunk on the table. It is a silver ring with a small white pearl in it. And then there is a piece of paper with an address in the heart and instructions that says enter via the back door. There's a key hidden under the chair on the deck.
Are you reading this like to yourself, or are you reading it like so people can see?
I'll read it to myself first before I disclose any information to the group. I pick up the ring as well quickly, so just snatch it off the floor.
It brings back a memory. I will give you the details.
Cool. Yep, it's I'll hang on to this letter for just now.
What does it say?
To the council money. Yeah.
Are you just going to take that line down?
Insight check.
Can I do an insight check too?
I got it. 21.
Oh dear. Do you want to do a deception, or do you want to? Yeah, do deception. Roll, please, for
Deception.
deception.
I'm lying. I am lying my teeth off.
I don't believe you, Varak.
Oh, it says. I kind of flash the letter quickly. Council, your due money, and I kind of stuff it back into my pocket.
Amanita's now glaring at you in disbelief.
I swear, guys. I promised it's council money.
Okay. If
Well-
you say so.
We've come into a town where we have found your mother, who is very much openly having disowned you. And a lot of conning like that, and a dead comrade who is blatantly straw breaking his back away from becoming a terrorist and all this stuff. So I highly doubt that it's just you. We've barely been here for like 2 days. And I know text people are assholes, and they're better at finding people that.
I think that's a cutout.
I think
Yeah.
Than most other.
I mean, you've never seen the Dragonborn, the taxman. He is on point. Alright, fine. It's not council money. It's it's a letter from someone else I know, and I think they're inviting me over to have a chat with them. However, I am once again reluctant to go.
I knew it. I knew it was a love letter.
It's not a love letter.
I don't care what you say. It's a love letter.
Wait, what's
think-
this? Come in the back door, the key is on the chair.
You dirty.
Didn't realise you were this popular, Darren.
Nope, it's from a family member. This is awful. I need a drink.
You're dating your family member. That's not right, Varak.
Is it the
That's not what I
nanny?
mean. What?
Is it the nanny?
What nanny?
The one we met in the other town?
No, it's not her. No. The address is here. Why would she live?
I don't know.
Sorry, Jim. You were saying
Yeah.
something?
I'm gonna smack Lucy across the back of the head.
No.
Take a hit point, please, Lucy.
Mm, I was just asking.
Right, now that that conversation has been terminated, let's get drinks.
Please.
Yes. I think we've had enough of these backdoor shenanigans.
Just look at Cleo. Why?
I'm trying to improve my jokes, okay? You said I was so serious.
Well, yep. Good job, Cleo. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
Lucy
Drinks all
Williams,
around,
Cleo,
please.
Just say, I would have laughed, but Marcus already hit me once.
No, I'd have just hit Cleo.
Okay. That was funny.
I'll pay for everyone's drinks tonight as well.
Breakfast juice for Cleo.
Half a whiskey for Korsck, and then he will add coffee to it.
Half? We don't do halves of whiskey. You do 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shot? How many shots do you want?
Look, you've seen how I'm like when I have 1 or 2 shots. Half, I think, is recommended.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do 1 shot. I'll pour half of it into a cup, and then I'll pour the other half into Varak's, okay? Because he's paying for it. Sounds fair.
Mathematical.
Something like that.
I'll have a 4-shot, please.
A half shot.
Is that rounding up or rounding down with the half?
4.5 in total. There we go.
I'll play the cocktail.
And you are you wanting the strong stuff again, or something a bit more subtle to the taste buds?
Give me a 10 blend. A number 10.
10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces, yeah.
Times 4.
40 gold pieces on 1 drink.
Times 5 because of Varak's.
And then what everyone else will get.
This is quite a big round. Let's just say 50 gold pieces does the round, mate.
50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces does it.
I'll be back in just 2 seconds. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't know why we keep buying rounds. I have
When
a
you've got
mug
the
with
expensive
unlimited whiskey.
Yeah, and it's got the strong whiskey in it as well.
Exactly.
We're basically paying money to take in the culture.
You
Of an
guys
empty
are.
bar for lawyers.
I'm drinking from the mug.
Popping it up.
Amanuta will poke Lucy and just be like, "Can I have some?"
Okay, wait a minute. I remember last time you nearly drowned.
Are you painting shoes there?
Yeah.
So, alright, I'll get, like, depending on what size she currently is, I'll get an appropriately sized glass so that she doesn't drown.
Simple.
Well, it depends. Last time we gave her a normal pint glass and she was swimming.
Oh, that was when she was in her mushroom form.
Yeah. So it's like small enough that she doesn't drown, but large enough that it's a good drink. And
Like
pour
a
it
shot
out the
glass would be enough, right?
Yeah, shot glass would be fine.
Okay. But he will also be keeping an eye on Amanita again. Just to see if she changes. Then hand her the shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm assuming Korsk's doing coffee as well. So the bar lady will partake part of your apology.
Yeah.
Marcus, are you drinking from your water skin, or are you having something else?
Water skin, probably.
So, you've all got a drink, you've all sat down. To business.
I argue that this is a short rest so I can regain those 3 hit points.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh dear. What was the short rest? What was? Oh, you walked into a.
Yeah, walks into a lamppost.
Yeah. Okay. Lucy obviously
Got smacked.
got smacked over the head. Leave up to you whether or not you want to use hit dice. So,
Why not?
Rolls a 0.
On a 6-sided die, it lands on its point.
what do you want to talk about?
So, for getting the ship back, what would be the plan?
So, just to give you a summary of what Axemouth is like, it is the main stronghold for the war. There will be nigh on 500,000 plus troops there.
Given the description of the fortifications, it sounds very unlikely that we're getting in without permission. We'll at least need to have a pretense.
Well, we could always play on their sense of honor. Dragonborn are supposed to be honorable, right?
Yeah.
They stole something. Where's the honor in being a thief?
It's not stealing.
Bandits. They're common bandits.
I think you tried that argument on Miran, Lucy, and she wasn't having it.
Well, there's always fire. Lucy's a bit drunk at this point, so.
Yes, we don't want to accidentally set the boat on fire, and also we want to be able to rescue the crew as well, don't we? So we can actually go somewhere.
Well, they owe us because we paid 5,000 gold pieces for the crew and the ship.
Add to that, and we're doing it without taking on 50,000 soldiers.
Yeah, we just demand it. They owe it. Otherwise, they're just thieves. If they're honourable creatures, they don't want to be known as thieves or bandits, then they have to pay us what they stole.
I think it'll be hard to tell a bunch of Dragon Claw soldiers that they're thieves and bandits when they've done something for the just of the war.
Barkeep, I think we're going to need a flagon of water over here right away.
Just saying. As far as I can see, they're thieves. Bandits and bandits, don't hold themselves to the law, you just kill them.
There is a such thing as honor amongst thieves, is there not?
Yeah, but bandits are bandits, and then you just kill.
That's to know you think that way, Lucy.
I would like to cancel any further drinks for Lucy, please.
He's drinking from his.
Lucy just simply under the table pours, takes his empty glass, and all you hear is. A pink glass of whiskey.
I'm going to take that mug off Lucy.
You already smacked me. No.
That sounds like a contested strength roll.
Yep. Wild drunk. This is the strong whiskey, right?
Is that good or a bad thing in this game?
I'm not sure if being drunk gives you advantage or disadvantage.
Yeah.
Drunken fists. No. What am I doing? Strength? Okay.
Strength.
Oh, man.
It gives me advantage.
You are amazed. What gives you advantage?
No, I just rolled a crit.
Who needs advantage? Marcus is amazed by Lucy's stubbornness and his ability to resist when he's in one.
I was going to ask what the flagon was made out of, but I'm not going to be that mean.
Wood, I think. And now he puts it in his pants.
Make sure it fucking stays there.
You splash a little as you're putting it in.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a little bit of whiskey kind of soaked around that area.
I'd like to think from the barkeep's point of view, Lucy has just put his glass underneath the table, filled it up with some yellowy browny liquid, and then put it on the table and then spilled a bit of something on himself as well.
And if Lucy notices the bar keep looking, he'll turn to them and just give them a wink. While holding the glass and then have a drink.
If that, I'm going to say it's a bucket of water now, has arrived, Korsck will pick it up and then tip it over Lucy's head.
What's
And
this,
while
sorry?
you're-
No,
If that flagon of water Korsck asks for, he's going to pick it up and pour it over Lucy's head.
Lucy, while you do that, is just going to say,
Yeah,
don't you remember? I
basically
can
you've
breathe
got-
underwater.
you got given a shot glass of water.
Oh,
That's commodity.
It's just going to be like the sitcom Splash, is it? It's like,
Yeah, you just turn to Korsck. Don't you remember? I can breathe underwater.
yeah, but you need to cool off, it's the problem.
So now he's going to just drink the whole pint of whiskey and see what happens.
No, it's not.
If you're trying to get him wet, I could always make a storm cloud.
Why not do magic inside the bar, please? The only place that we have to go to.
Yes, please. No magic. No magic. It's like that scene in Star Wars. It's no blasters. No blasters. No spells. No spells.
Maybe when we get outside, Amanita.
Okay.
Anyway.
Then.
Anyway, we were planning something, weren't we?
Oh yeah,
so
the thieves.
So the way I see it is, you have to have a way of getting in and getting out relatively stealthily, or you need somehow some permission to take the ship away, or you need to wait until it is away from the crowd, perhaps on a mission.
Now, chances are they're not going to let us use it to go to the other side. They're not going to let us take it over. So I don't think they'll let us do that. I can maybe ask tomorrow night or later on, depending on the situation, but I'm not sure what'll happen in that regard.
My understanding is that, assuming we can get the airship back, the only other obstacle are the fortress's carronades, right? So if we disable those, we can simply fly out.
Yeah, but does the airship, will it be fast enough? I mean, there's plenty of people like me who can cast a hell of a lot of spells. 500,000 people is a lot of people. That's a lot of...
I think you'll risk ending up with a pile of ash at the end of it if you're not careful.
Right. Ideally, we need to go in with the approach of, we have permission to take this. So,
Well,
whether
we're
that
great
be...
at lying.
We are... Sorry.
We go back to that creepy place with all the place and maybe find someone that could forge us a letter.
That was my thinking.
What? Two minds think alike.
Exactly.
You can go back to what place, sorry?
You know, where the little dragon ball like took us there with the weed and
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, that's miles away, though.
Oh, the wall shape.
Yeah, the place we went to meet Varak's friend.
All right, okay.
That place.
Patient.
Oh my god. Either Lucy's dead or Charlie's dead.
Lucy's dead.
It looks like he's suffering in the heat.
A little bit.
It is hot.
Yeah.
Lucy is just in that stage where if he was lying down, he'd be asleep, but he's not lying down.
I think our friend needs an afternoon nap.
Perhaps.
Didn't we need to bring him on the shopping trip?
Nah, I can get stuff for him. What I need to get anyway. Actually,
tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be going tomorrow, actually, so he'll be fine.
So forging a letter, then.
Forging a letter, or letters to say we have permission to enter the place, and we have permission to take that airship, with the crew included on that second letter.
Who does it have to be forged from?
My mom.
Unfortunately, I would agree, given the evidence.
Yep. If we got permission from her, it might be, it might work out in our favor, but I can't be involved. So I'm gonna need a disguise.
Easy.
How long do your disguises last, Korsck?
Let's have a look. See. So I've got two treatments.
Yeah.
Of different levels, a standard and a premium, if you will.
Right.
I can whip you up a basic disguise self potion. That's the easiest way of doing it. However, it doesn't truly alter your form.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply an external disguise, and it's quite possible that someone would be able to blow it if they had magical perception.
Right.
However, with some more time, I could prepare for you a more thorough potion that will alter your actual physical appearance temporarily.
I mean, the second choice sounds like a good choice.
It's a more thorough potion, but it certainly requires more materials and time. So I wouldn't... essentially, I would have to spend my day's worth of resources preparing that for you.
Weren't we offered a disguise as part of the mission we accepted from Varak's mother?
Would they be aware of that disguise, though?
They would be. That's going through the official channels for it. And if the guy knows what he's set me up to look like, then in theory, they'll be able to put two and two together.
I've got to do two things at once here.
I might be able to cast a spell on you tomorrow.
Right, what would that spell be?
I'll have to have a look at my book again.
Alright.
Lucy, could you do a perception check, please? Perception, not deception.
Oh, perception.
It's not about this session.
18.
Okay. You can hear water.
Am I peeing?
Would you do a... Oh, dear God, I don't know. I would say Constitution, but I don't want to do Constitution. So, given it's the call of nature, could you do a nature check, please?
Oh, that's just as bad, isn't it?
Your knowledge of your internal
no.
comes in handy.
Oh, Constitution would have been better. Oh. 17.
Okay. What's your spell DC, Amanita?
You trying to make me pee?
Oh. No.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay, so you get the urge to pee, but you don't pee. And as you turn around and you go, you hear them talking about Varak's mother. When you sternly turn around and say, "I'm gonna need to pee," you turn into Varak's mother.
Yes.
Wait. Lucy turns into...
Using disguise self. Yeah. So sorry, there was two things crossing. One was Amanita trying to make Varak's mother. So.
Oh no.
I may add also drunk Varak's mother. He can't control that he's pissed.
Lucy,
I've
what
lost
are you...
him for quite some time.
Oh,
yeah.
Wi-Fi went.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
What would you say there, Varak? Sorry.
Don't be my mom. Get away. Turn it on.
What do you mean? Lucy has already forgotten that he turned into your mother.
I'm casting spells.
I need the toilet anyway. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So he stands
Not
up
like
and he
that. No.
hikes his trousers. Just like, hey, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute. And he just starts walking to wherever the toilet is.
Well, that was nauseating.
Is there separate bathrooms for genders?
No, there is basically a room with a hole in the wall.
Then
So you
he'll
go
go
up
there.
the stairs. It's the same room Varak Korsck booked in the morning before that morning. So you go in and there's this hole in the wall, just kind of lets out into a vat just outside the stables. There's a little bit of vomit round the edge of the hall.
So, we need to obtain a sample of your mother's handwriting.
I mean... Yeah.
I assume her position, she handles official documents quite a bit. Presumably with signatures.
Yeah. I mean, I could try and remember, but that means I'd have to write it out, and I don't think I'd be very good at writing it out.
Oh no, that's fine.
But while you're talking about this, you can hear coming down the stairs a shout from Varak's mother's voice, which is along the lines of, Charlie.
It's gone! How did I do this?
Varak's just gonna run upstairs, kick in the door to the bathroom, grab Lucy, and just start shaking her violently. Stop looking at my mom!
Looking! When you kick down the door, you'll see him like kind of half squatting above the hole, while holding himself. And I guess when you shake him, he pees on his feet. sorry. But he'll change back into himself. After being shook.
Lucy,
Is there a special discount for ordering seconds? We're also just randomly talking to the bartender to try and get away from the moment.
Oh dear. Is there a what? Sorry, what did you ask?
Is there a special discount for ordering seconds or thirds or fifths even?
Of whiskey. No dear, there isn't. You can potentially buy a bottle.
No, I'd only use it to break on his head.
Yeah, I can see how you do that.
So I think Marcus is just he's gone outside for a moment. It's just Marcus is looking around like, where is Marcus when you need him?
Yeah, he's just like sat there going. Cool. So, back to plans then.
Again.
Back to plans.
You know what I'm thinking is going to happen now? If Miran gives us any more trouble, Lucy's just going to turn into her and then go on a drunken pub crawl throughout Dragon's Claw.
I'm going to chain Lucy up. Tie him to his bed, that's it.
Declaring her love for her son.
Oh.
Disavow my son!
He just wakes up in bed the next morning, gets handed the newspaper like a regular aristocrat. Front page is her going, what's happened?
Half naked. Just... That's it, Lucy. You've lost your armor privileges. No. Yep. Nope. It's not happening now.
I didn't do anything. I just you guys were saying disguises, so I turned in.
You turned to my mom, and then as my mom, you peed on my feet.
No, I peed on my feet.
On your feet? I got some on my toes too. I'm not wearing shoes.
You didn't mean to do that.
Get to your bed. Go. Get.
No, don't sit to the armor. Alright. Lucy will waddle off to wherever he's going to sleep. And he's not going to sleep.
Wait for this.
So the signature.
Yeah, sorry.
That's going to be burned into my eyeballs for the next few days. Right. I don't suppose your family would let you in the house if you knocked.
Well, that's what the letter is.
Okay.
It's from my sister.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
So I gotta go see her, I guess. I gotta go talk to her, but I'll do that privately, away from everyone. But I'll ask about stuff.
Might be difficult for you to get hold of papers without your sister noticing.
I'm not gonna steal from my sister. I'll just ask her if she's got any writing around and see if I can see it, keep it memory's sake and such.
I know there's trust in family, but are you sure she'll want to hand over a potentially valuable document?
No, it's not valuable. Like a handwritten letter that's signed by her. Oh, it's all the same.
I follow.
The other option would be to petition something a bit, not get somebody to petition something rather tame, something that they'll accept, sign off on. Perhaps we could get a piece of paper with a signature on that way.
That's a good idea.
Something rather tame. Lucy, any ideas?
Varak sent Lucy to bed.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I talked to him.
Forgot about that.
Yes.
So either of those methods seem effective.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. And that's if we do go down the heist. We could, I don't want to, but we could follow the plan through as well and go and steal those documents and come back home. But I don't particularly want to. It seemed rather risky for me, anyway, to go across like that.
If the Dragonhorn senior leadership are up to some shady business as well, then I don't think it's a wise decision for us to get involved.
Yeah.
We'd just be helping them keep their hands clean.
Yeah.
Indeed.
With that, Amanita closes her book and goes,
No, I got nothing to help you. Sorry.
Thanks for looking anyway, Amanita. I appreciate the thought.
It's okay.
Incidentally, do you still need the disguise if you're only going around to your sister's house?
No, well, if I disguise myself, I'll need the disguise when we go get the ship. I don't need it just now, though. That's
Okay,
fine.
I see.
While we go shopping tomorrow, do you need money to get resources for that stuff?
Not specifically that one, but the money would be appreciated for something else I'm working on.
Right. I will give you 125 gold to help cover costs.
Sounds good.
All right. So, I guess I got a lot of running around to do tomorrow. Gotta go see those guys about pottery, and then I gotta go.
So that's in the evening.
That's in the evening, yeah.
There is no time on the other note. And I will add, it's probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So you're not into the, well, when you arrived, it was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I assume it's like 5 now, so.
I still got time then. I could head around today if I want.
Eventually.
I'll leave it till tomorrow. I'll go while you guys do shop, and I'll head out and go do my business. I can't really shop anyway.
Yes.
So, what are we doing for the rest of the day then?
What are we gonna do?
We could try and... Well, I think the only order of business is track down Korsk's family.
Oh, good. I was glad when we were going to bring that up. Alright, so... we established that they're probably in service to someone in the city to carry out targeted attacks against Dragonborn deserters, I believe you said, Varak?
Yeah, an equivalent.
And it's not going to be through a bounty office or any official channel.
Well, it might be. I'm not taking too kindly. I know others might not be taken too kindly.
Well, I didn't think this was the kind of thing you could get away with publicly in Dragonclaw, attacking your own citizens.
I'm less than a citizen here. I mean, that's just how it goes. People won't look me in the eye. I don't know if you noticed when we walked into that. But
regardless, we basically need a way to track down who their main dealer is.
Yeah.
What sort of guilds do we think could hire such people?
I mean, the most obvious would be an Assassin's Guild, but I didn't realize they contracted out, especially to kobolds.
It doesn't seem assassination-y either, in my opinion. It seems just targeted killing. I know the two could be very similar, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem. It seems more like a bounty than it does an assassination. My guess would still be a bounty board or office.
In any case, if we needed, we've only just arrived in the city, and what we need is some extra eyes and ears. So perhaps a thieves' guild would be the way to go. They certainly have more time to investigate these sorts of businesses than we do, and they'll have the contacts to follow it up.
Yeah.
The other alternative I could think of would be to try and lean on the government somehow, using your connection with Miran.
Not possible.
Well, if that's out, we're doing it from the bottom up rather than the top down. So the Thieves Guild would probably be the way to go.
Are we aware of where such a guild may be?
No, but I reckon my friends from. I mean, they might still be around, so I could easily enough ask. They seem like the sort to be involved with such a business these days.
It's pretty common practice for those two kinds of organizations to share a symbiotic relationship as well.
Yeah. Maybe they're the information network we're after, but who knows?
Well, certainly if their number includes a number of deserters, then, or shamed, then perhaps they know who is killing their kind, or people like you, Varak.
Yeah, it's alright. But yeah, no, if anyone's gonna know, it'll be the people themselves, I guess. Or hopefully they'll know.
Oh, so 2 potential leads then. Okay.
We could also take a more direct approach and maybe ask perhaps the city guard have seen another group of kobolds coming through here. They're not the most common occurrence in Dragonclaw. Granted, that's probably the best way to get them to realise that we're following.
Yeah, especially if they're working with the guard on the side, if you know what I mean.
If there's one thing I know about my tribe and my family, it's that they'll disappear whenever the trouble seems too much for them. Or, well, in most cases, I can think of one exception to that.
Hmm. So, what is the plan for the day?
So I will be in the market getting hold of some of those extra ingredients. Thank you again, Varak, for the cash.
I'll come with you.
Thanks, Amanita. And I need your help to pick out some of the more valuable materials. After that, I suppose if anyone's going to ask the city guard where a group of kobolds may have gone, it would be me, having perhaps the most believable background for it.
I mean, they are your kin, so...
I don't know if it'd be wise to let the guards know that, though. I'll probably just tell them I have business with them.
Well, I mean, we're going to be here for a good couple days, I imagine, anyway, so... You could ask guard, or I could ask... Or we could ask, because we're all going... I don't want to go to that meeting on my own. We'll all go to that, I think. We could ask there, and they might know. But that's just a maybe. So if we're looking for answers now, the guard would be the best. If we're looking for answers that could, be acquired later on, then I think that meeting tomorrow might be a good show. We could do both as well. I
think we should do both, but I don't think I'm going to be able to wait that long. I want to know as much as I can as soon as possible.
All right, it's your call. I'll let you take the lead on that since it's your personal matter.
Thank you, Varak. But that should be the majority of my work for tomorrow.
Uh-huh. My guess would be I'll go see my sister, and then depending on how long that takes, either meet up with you guys or head on down to that meeting.
So, what would you like to do with the rest of today then?
For the rest of the day, I'm struggling to try and think of something we could do today. It takes so long to get from Portside to
anywhere else.
Anywhere else.
Amanita's going to go upstairs and go stay with Lucy. Just to keep an eye on him.
Make sure he doesn't do anything reckless.
Yeah, make sure he's sleeping soundly.
As you approach the door, you can hear the vibrations down the hallway of Lucy's, for him, soft snoring. You open the door. And you're surprised to see him sat on the bed, wide awake. Using thaumaturgy to send snores down the hallway.
Has he noticed small ones come in?
Were you trying to be quiet?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll stealth?
Not like stealthy, but she'd like peek over and check and like.
I would say roll. I would say roll a stealth, and we'll get Charlie to roll perception.
Is he still drunk?
I'm more thinking if he was asleep and he's sleeping with his eyes open, it's like she doesn't want to wake him.
So you manage to sneak into the room without him noticing. What's Lucy doing, Charlie?
Is there a window?
There will be.
Is it a high window?
It's just a normal window in the wall.
No, I mean like where, like floor-wise.
Probably about 3 foot off the floor.
Well, Amanita will probably see. Wait, if is it the next day now? I'm guessing.
No, it's not.
No,
it's still
okay.
evening. It's still afternoon, actually. We seem to have given up on the day, but and it's not even tea time yet.
Lucy will probably I mean, yeah, probably we'll see this. Lucy will just get up and jump out the window.
Oh my god, oh no!
She would jump out the window as well, but obviously her wings opening out to fly.
So I'm assuming you've cast fly when you jump out the window. No.
Oh my
He
god.
said it's only 3 foot, so he may fall face flat on the ground.
No. It's 3 foot from the floor in the.
Oh no! I was asking like how many floors up.
Oh, it's like 1 floor up.
Oh yeah, cool. He'll still just jump out. He's drunk. He's
Okay.
feeling strong.
Could you roll an athletics save with an athletics check with disadvantage, please?
Yes, of course. Oh, he's doing it this way. 7.
What was that? 7?
7. Yep.
Oh dear.
I like how there's a serious conversation going on in the bar while Lucy's antics are going on.
So you go up to the window to open it and end up tripping over, fall through the window, and fall out.
Yep.
You let's do 2d6 damage. 20 foot fall. 4.
Okay.
So you take 4 damage, 4 bludgeoning damage, as you whack your head on the ground.
I'm gonna say he's drunk enough that he doesn't feel it yet.
And we need to all like fly down. It's just what? Oh no! Are you okay?
Somebody move the room.
Oh my god.
She'll start checking you over, making sure you've got no boo-boos and...
No boo-boos.
And then I was gonna go to the shops and see what they have.
No, you must rest. We do that tomorrow.
He just looks up at the window. Okay. Instead of climbing up the wall, he goes round to the front door and then goes back to bed.
Well, was like, probably, Bar was like, flying over his shoulder, like patting him, leading him back upstairs. So you'll probably see her us to come through the bar.
If we pass Varak and Korsck, Lucy will just wave.
Yeah, so they're busy talking about Varak's relationship with his sister. And
I don't think Korsck even looks up as he's walking past.
That's what I hope too. As Varak catches a glance of Lucy waving, heads back upstairs, and just rubbing his eye.
Marcus is probably like still sat there with you guys going.
Or was Marcus outside at the time and watches Lucy fall down?
I like to think that Lucy actually falls on Marcus.
Oh, that would not go well.
No, he was inside.
And then
Cool.
I guess Lucy
Where-
will leap it off.
Wherever he goes, he cannot get away from Lucy.
Doesn't look like Jim's rejoining us now. He's
Yeah.
lost his connection, so it's a shame. So it was dodgy last week. He kept freezing, so
It wasn't as bad, though.
it doesn't sound as though it's a. I know he's knocked his video off this week to help, but it just seemed it's almost as though his internet connection keeps stuttering, if you know what I mean. So I don't think it's not as though it's a bandwidth thing, it's just every now and again it'll pause. So, never seen anything like that. Maybe he's just got a problem with his line.
I'd say Amanita's spending most of the night sitting there, eyes on Lucy, making sure he doesn't jump out a window again.
Well, Lucy will sleep. He'll actually sleep this time until tomorrow.
I'm still watching.
So it's probably about 6 o'clock by the time Lucy goes to sleep. Come about 3 o'clock in the morning, there's a chill in the room as the wind blows through the open window. And it being desert country, there ain't many covers that have been provided.
Oh, he's cold. I need to keep an eye on him, but I'm cold.
With that, she's going to pop into her mushroom form and then pop into his pocket. That way, wherever he goes, she goes.
Is that wise, given he's just jumped out a window?
Oh, if he gets up, she would know because she'll be in his pocket.
That rocking motion wouldn't send her to sleep.
We'll find out. We'll find. Depends on how rubbish I roll.
Oh. So I'm assuming that everybody's just kind of had something to eat and then retired in the evening. Okay.
Being too far from the centre of town means can't go shopping.
So, excuse me. So Lucy, do you do anything after you've woken up? 3 a.m. Cold.
His head hurts a lot. I think if he's cold, what's the building made of again?
Like sandstone.
You gotta make a fire.
The floorboards on the floor, and the bed's wooden.
What about the windowsill?
That's wood.
Okay.
There's a windowsill on top of the sandstone.
You'll have a moment of I really shouldn't set fire to the house. And in his hungover state, he will jump out the window and start a fire outside so that he can get warm.
My God.
What's Amanita's reaction to him getting up?
I don't know. It depends if I'm able to fall asleep probably in his pocket. He doesn't know I'm there. What shall I roll?
I think you might have noticed a warmth just appear.
I'm more thinking, does Marwan notice the fact that he's got up and jumped out a window?
Actually, are we all on the second story, or are some of us on the ground floor as well?
I think we tired out all the second floor rooms.
Right.
It's like Inception, Jess, when they tip people backwards, wake them up.
Do a wisdom save, Jess.
Okey-dokey.
In my defense, Lucy is learning, don't set fire to the place you're staying in.
So, despite heavy eyelids and swaying backwards and forwards, Amanita resists the temptation to snooze. Suddenly, she feels Lucy move, and the swaying gets more violent as he jumps out the window. What do you do?
My one's not very strong. And it's not very Alright, she's gonna misty step out of his pocket. I would try and pull you up, but...
So you just bump into a space, kind of just a foot or so away from him as he falls. Lucy, could you do another acrobatics check, please?
Okay.
You stumble into a roll and end up with your head in the vat of water that belongs to camels at the edge of the stable below. It smells quite bad.
Is it cold?
Yes. You feel quite refreshed by the coldness of it.
We'll probably just wait a minute in there. After a couple of minutes, he'll just whip his head out, and then start to feel cold, so he'll start his fire.
So I imagine, meanwhile, in Korsk's room, he's just fast asleep on the sandstone bed. Then he hears a thud, and then a big splash. And he's like, oh yeah, it's morning.
You would also want, after the couple of minutes, once he lifted his head, you would hear,
Morning, Lucy. Says out the window.
Oh, I'm so tired.
And Amanita just flumps on the floor and sleeps.
Did you not get any sleep?
She's down. She's asleep.
So come a little bit
surprisingly refreshed.
So come a little bit later in the morning, about 5, 6 o'clock, the rest of the group begin to rise. Breakfast is being cooked. You have a spot of breakfast. It's nice, relaxed pace, nice, relaxed meal. And then it is 7 a.m. You can hear the city begin to awaken. What would you like to do?
Go on.
Varak, before you head out, since you seem to be getting a lot of attracting significant attention as we move around the city, I thought you might appreciate these. And it's 2 transformation elixirs, which are basically the disguise self ones. They work for 10 minutes at a time.
Thanks, Korsck. If I get a bit too noticed, I'll be sure to hide away and take one and reappear as someone else. I appreciate it, thank you.
But they don't last long, that's why you got 2.
Right.
Given there is a bunch of kobolds stalking the country, trying to kill the likes of Varak, are we really comfortable with letting him go off on his own?
Well, we have these. I pulled the stone. The sending stone that Lucy got.
I think Lucy went to bed too early last night as well. I do think we decided what he and Marcus were doing. I did suppose you 2 could go with Varak and ensure that
Yep.
any encounters with my kin are kept to a minimum, please.
I enjoy shopping.
Has Lucy gone inside then?
Oh no, he's still at the fire.
Just leaning out the window and asking.
I was going to say, I was still asleep on the cobblestones.
If he smells like the food cooking, his nose might go. Then he might start following the smell of the food.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you've all eaten breakfast. Amanita may have woken up for a period of time while she ate. So Marcus is happy enough to flank Varak.
Thanks, Marcus. And Lucy, if you want to go shopping, make sure you listen to Korsck and Amanita.
He's not listening.
He's not listening.
Oh, here he is.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
You might want to say that again, mate.
Yeah. What was that?
Well, if you're going to go shopping with Amanita and Korsck, please listen to what they have to say. And don't turn into my mom either. Please.
Why would I turn into your mom?
You turned into her last night.
It was pretty disturbing.
Why did I turn into your mom?
I don't know. You turned into my mom and then went to go pee and then peed on me and you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Fine.
I don't remember that at all.
Fine.
Yeah, I'll try not to do that again.
That's fine.
Yeah, Lucy has no memory of last night. Sorry, none.
The whiskey is too strong for Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh. Amanita's just like trying to keep her awake. Like,
Once we've had food, Lucy's just going to wait out by the fire. Once he's had his food, he feels a bit awkward. And I'll see you guys outside.
Cool. So who's doing what? Who's shopping and who's guarding Varak? So it sounds as though everybody bar Marcus is shopping. Is that right?
So we've got the shopping team of Amanita, Korsck, and Lucy, and the going to see my sister team of Varak and Marcus.
And Cleo, depending on which team you want to go.
Yeah.
I think
Cleo
it's
probably
wise
going
Lucy has to go to his family. Which is probably the wise.
Yeah, Lucy's banned from seeing the rest of my family, that's it.
Yeah.
So, shall we start with shopping while Varak and Marcus set off towards towards the heart? That'll take a couple of hours for them to get there. So
Korsck will be on the lookout for the alchemy shops to begin with. And what he's basically going to try and do, need to check this with you, man. Basically, if he gets some ingredients from the Dragon's Claw markets, would that work for shaving off a bit of the time for his research?
What, in terms of... I think he would need something as he goes along anyway, in terms of ingredients to do something, so it's like an enabler.
Okay, cool.
For downtime, rather than it shaving time off. Is this for your costume, Jess?
yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Cool.
Oh yeah, how many gold pieces would that be to kind of keep the experiments going?
I'll say if you bought 150's worth of ingredients, just to kind of keep things going as you go on.
Okay.
I mean, that probably lasts you a few weeks, to be honest.
Okay. So Korsck and Avenue to basically just go to the store, picking stuff out, spending that money.
Cool. And is there anything you were going to get for something for Varak, or some sort of ingredients for other potions, or you?
No, because I can do that anyway. It's part of like spell slots.
Yeah, so that's just elixirs, isn't it? Right, cool. Anybody else? What's everybody else wanting to do shopping wise?
Amanita would just go to a general store and probably buy Varak a new tankard and a new alchemy jug for Korsck.
Okay.
Lucy wants to look for interesting things, but also thinks he needs to get a gift for Varak to say sorry.
So I'd say for Amanita, you buy Varak a nice pewter tankard. It's quite shiny. Something that caught your eye straight away, almost. For Korsk's with you, so you help. He helps you pick something out when you offer. It probably costs you about a gold piece in total. Lucy, what's your thinking on a gift for Varak?
A new flask.
A new hip flask. So in the same shop that you buy the Amanita buys the pewter tankard, you actually see a matching pewter flask, and on it is engraved is the son of Thermo, which is the sign of Dragon's Claw and the Dragon's Claw army.
I think that's a good idea.
Sorry?
I'm just checking. Cool, we'll get that.
Okay.
I'm sure it won't bring him any regret or painful memories.
Cool. So you are currently in the cup at the moment, walking around the markets. Is there anything else you would like to do while you're there?
Another thing Korsck buys that I should mention is goes into either the local forges or what was it, like a pawnbroker shop, and comes out with a load of scrap metal.
Okay, how much worth of scrap metal are you looking to buy?
I'm being pretty arbitrary about this. It's for pyrite, so I'm going to say 20 gold pieces.
Okay.
So he's still got the diamond that's the power core. But yeah, after that, Korsck will start asking around some of the guards if they've seen any more groups of kobolds wandering around the markets. And I think as well, before I forget, I'm going to use an enhanced ability potion for charisma.
So you're going to the guards, was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just going to be kind of chatting them up, talking about kind of typical goings on in the market, directions to places, and then he's going to bring up in the middle, oh, by the way, I have a couple of family members who might be wandering around here. Have you seen any other kobolds?
Nope. No, not this far up. What would their business be up this way? What's your business up this way, to come to think of it?
Trading, of course. A practicing alchemist.
So you say. Huh. Hey, Murray. Guy says this fella says he's an alchemist. Oh. Kobold alchemist. That's a first. No. Try the flea market or the guards on Sandsgate. They might know more.
I suppose thanks for nothing. It's your job after all. And then he wanders off. Nose pretty stuck pretty high in the air, I imagine.
we have overheard all of this?
Yeah.
Lucio
So
just lean in.
tempted to throw a flask of grease at their feet.
What, do you want me to set fire to them?
Ask the same question, but ask it as Varak's mother.
Okay. You promised to tell Varak this was your idea, though, because I promised him I wouldn't dress up as his mom again.
Fine. I promise.
Okay. So Lucia just go around the corner, turn into Varak's mum, and then return to the guards and ask the same question.
Korsck will politely be behind them, looking very pleased with himself.
What are you asking them?
I can't remember the question, but Lucia will just say, I believe my friend asked you a question.
Yes, Mom. We answered his question. We said there's no kobolds being around through our gate. Over the Nim, of course.
That's what they all say, Miran. Just trying to cover for how badly they do their jobs. You're supposed to be watching this market. I know for a fact that there have been kobolds coming through here. Are you saying that you missed it on your watch?
No. Saying they didn't come through this gate. Maybe they came through the back gate.
In any event, I do need an eye capped out. I don't suppose... Nah, it wouldn't be worth your time, would it?
Well, I'm sure they have plenty of it if they've been a bit lax with their duties.
That's a very good point.
No,
Perhaps...
we're alert. We're alert. We. It's the back gate. They're lazy as hell. Barely anybody goes through their gate. Trust me, it's all. If anybody sneaks in, that's the way they need to. That's the way they will. They won't sneak in through here. Not without us knowing it.
And I should hope so. You look like you boys know what you're doing. I would hate to think that you've been lax.
No, Mom. We do know what we're doing, Mom.
Now I'll turn to Korsck and say, are you content with your answer?
Suppose it will suffice.
Now, gentlemen, I'll leave you to your tasks.
Go.
And then walk away.
Well, that was fun.
So I'm assuming you will continue your business.
Yep. We'll head around to the gate mentioned and ask around.
By which point,
I should ask, do you still want me to be Varak's mum? Or should I have changed back by now?
It can wait, I think. Let's not abuse it.
you might attract too much attention. So we head to, by which point Varak, Marcus and Cleo have reached the cup. Varak, it's a house you're not familiar with. Nor is it near any of your family's home. Your family tend to... Sorry, you're in the heart, not the cup. Your family tend to be in the kind of more well-to-do areas of the heart. This is more in the local businessman type of area. There you find a limestone bricked building with a red sandstone tiled roof. It's quite a humble house for that area. Nice, well-kept garden, though. There's a passageway around there's a path that goes all the way around the building, as far as you can see. You're at the end of the gate. You're outside the gate at the garden at this point. So, we're here.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
You want us to come in with you?
Yeah. I don't want to walk into some fight without company. I don't think it's going to be a fight, but I think it'd be a bad idea to go alone.
Very well.
The whole time, Varak and Cleo and Marcus have been walking like to this place. He's had like his hood up and he's been like trying to cover up as much as possible, trying not to show off who he is or anything like that.
Just the mysterious stranger, Karav.
Karav, yeah.
I did notice that was Varak spelled backwards. So you head round the back. It's quite a long garden in the end. It looks as though there's like different fruit bushes and different types of well-kept flowers. The lawn is well cut. And at the end looks like some sort of vegetable patch in the distance. Directly outside the house is some steps up onto like a deck with a table and chairs. There is one chair that looks as though it's in a weird position and looks a bit wobbly.
I go up to it, and I'm assuming that's the one that's got the key underneath it.
You move the chair, and under one leg is a small brass key.
I'll knock on the back door, I guess, and knock on it, and then unlock it and enter.
You open the door, which leads directly into a kitchen. Marcus and Cleo follow you in. The kitchen is deserted, but you can see dishes have been washed to one side. Could you do a perception check, please?
Yep. I'm not seeing anything in this kitchen.
Did you do one for Marcus as well?
Yep. I need to pull up his sheet quickly.
Character sheet, perception. That's wisdom, isn't it? Perception. I've got perception.
13 for Marcus.
13 for Cleo. So, there is a... Let me just move us where we actually are. You hear you sense a noise. You can't quite see where it comes from. Marcus and Cleo look at each other and look at Varak. Varak, you look puzzled. They like, I think, and then Marcus nods. I think somebody's upstairs.
Hello? Shout to the house.
Are you sure it's them? I think so. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's go down and check. So you hear footsteps at the stairs. You can see into the hallway from the kitchen. There's a door from the kitchen into the back of the hallway. And you see them coming down the stairs. The first thing you notice is a green hand. Dragonborn's hand. Followed by a much daintier blue hand. Neither of these hands you recognise as Kienrith's. They turn at the bottom of the stairs, and you see it is a young man, a green dragonborn, holding the hand of a young, lighter blue dragonborn girl in her early 20s. Both are in their early 20s. Varak?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, it is you, isn't it? I remember from when I was a girl. I'm Kira. Oh, Kara.
I see. I don't mean to. I can only assume this is your place?
No, it's mine. I'm weird. We're in love. We intend to marry.
Right.
And to enable that, we need your help. My mother, she said that she couldn't, but maybe you could?
Depends on what it is. I can't marry you if that's what you're after.
No, not. Although that would be useful. Sorry, formalities. My name is Faerun. I'm not military like the rest of your family, but I have a good job. I tend to the gardens around here, and I've made a bit of a business out of it. Quite a prosperous one, actually. It's enabled me to move here from Portside, but and I used to do your sister's garden and your grandmother's garden to that effect, but Not your grandmother's, your mother's garden. And there's your mother, she doesn't believe I'm the right sort for her granddaughter.
Well, my mom doesn't make the best of decisions, so you can go ahead and ignore that. That's what I would do.
Well, she married your father out of love.
Well,
but she keeps saying to me that when I say I want to marry somebody I love, she says it's nonsense. I know from experience that it's better to marry to strengthen our family than through love. Don't make the mistake I made, she says. But she wants me to marry a lieutenant, Volmal Tazrash, and I don't want to do it. And there's a dinner later this week. He's going to propose to me. I'd shame the family if I said no. So, the only way we can stop it is to stop it from happening. The only way we can avoid me shaming the family is to stop it from happening. I do the garden for one of his right-hand men. He says that he's bought a ring and everything, and intends to propose at this dinner. We went to Karen's mother for help, but she can't do anything. Please. The only thing I can think of is somebody sneaks into his house in the fist and steals the ring, while we secretly go off and marry ourselves. It's the only solution to this problem.
Oh, your mom, Karen, is too noble and too well established to get involved in such an ordeal for her daughter, and instead you gotta come to good old Uncle Varak to sort out your marriage problem. You must forgive me. I've obviously not been well received by most of the family, and I thought maybe this would be a bit of a change. Hi, how you doing? It's good to see you. I know what I did, and I understand I'm not liked, but I thought this situation might be slightly different.
It's not like that. My mother's in a difficult situation. You know what your mom's like. She's a dragon in a dragon's born body. She's fierce, controlling.
Yep.
But the man they want me to marry, he's a brute. He's not like my father. He angers quickly. He uses his fists with everyone. I don't want to be caught on the receiving end of that. And please, don't go thinking that my mom thinks less of you for what happened. He talks about you fondly. Never an ill word. But my grandmother, she refuses to even acknowledge you exist.
That'll be why she's saying the things she's saying. She married out of love, and look what she got. Me and your mother. But I never said I wasn't going to help. If you want help, I'll help. But I can't guarantee it's going to go smoothly. And I can't promise it'll be clean. A lot of things have changed since I left home. So if you're prepared for those consequences, I'll happily help. But I can't promise it'll be smooth sailing. I'll do my best, but
if it means we can be together, then we're willing to take the fall. They even finish each of the sentences.
that's awful. But fine. Fine. I'll help.
What's the funny?
I'm so sorry. Charlie and Jess are talking about an idea in chat.
Oh no.
The proposals combined with Varak saying this probably isn't going to be clean.
So, please, will you do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you.
But there is a cost. I can't live without needing something else in return. I would love to just help you for free as you're a good old uncle. But I do need a bit of a favor from your mom first.
Kind of a favor.
Now, I don't know, or maybe even from you, Karan, if you've got it, but I need a letter with my mother's signature and handwriting on it.
He looks into the eyes of her betrothed. He holds her hand in both of his and nods reassuringly. She looks at you going hesitantly. Hey. I'll see what I can do.
If you give me that letter, it makes my job a lot easier. It means I can go ahead and make sure nobody gets hurt.
And please, when you do get the ring, don't dispose of it here.
Am I free to keep it?
Yeah, sell it by all means, but just not in this city or this country, if possible.
All right.
It would look very suspicious. I have family here. We both do. We don't want your fate. Or worse. Especially given who's on the receiving end of what we're doing. Please, I think I can do what you need me to.
It doesn't have to be an important letter, like, literally anything, as long as it's got her handwriting and signature on the bottom of it, it'll do.
I think there's a few things at my mother's that may fit the bill. But I'm not sure it's got the right name on it. I'll need to ask.
Alright. Well, once you get this, well, you can work on getting that sorted for me. I'll work on the problem you've presented to me, and I'll see if I can get that sorted.
Okay.
Now, say I get caught in the middle of trying to grab this ring. What should I do in the event of that? Now, I know you're not like me, you're not soldiers at heart, and you'd rather not see anyone hurt, I can only guess. But this guy sounds a bit like an issue, so if I encounter him and he gets hurt somehow, is that alright?
Fine by me. Yeah, just think about the consequences yourself, though. You don't want to be going from shamed to criminal.
I'm already a criminal. That's how I feel. If people want to treat me the way they do, that's fine. I'm old Uncle Varak, and I approve the message of violence.
So his house is in the fist.
Right.
Deep in the barracks. You'll need to find your way in there. The best time is to wait for the shift change. An hour before the shift change. You can sneak in. The guards will be the least alert and they'll be winding down from their shift. That'll give you the greatest chance to sneak by. You will need to be quick. And I would suggest doing it through the evening when the lieutenant is at the barracks, at the barracks itself in training. The next few days is expected to work early morning in the dark of the night. You know the house will be empty at that point, but you need to make sure that you have the greatest chance of getting in and out for both our sakes, for all our sakes. Just be careful, and you need to be quick, because whilst an hour before their shift finishes, their watch finishes is they're at their least alert. The beginning of the next shift will be when they're at the most alert.
Don't worry, I get it. This ain't my first rodeo, so...
And if they catch you, please, just swallow it.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. Well, now that that's sorted, I'm gonna head away. I'm gonna take my friends here, and we're gonna leave. But tell your mom to come see me at the Dragon's Claws in Portside at some point. It doesn't have to be today or tomorrow, but before I leave town, which will be by the end of this week, ish, sort of.
Okay. And Uncle, despite everything, she still loves you, you know.
Who?
My mom.
Right.
And, you know, don't let anything my grandmother tells you make you think otherwise.
I know. Thanks. Anyway, I'll see you kids later.
Safe journey. And thank you. You're in my debt, really.
You better treat her good. I know what's what.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'll tend her like my God.
Cool. Great. Yep. See yous. Out the door. Could back up as well and like sneaking back out there inside the house.
I'd just like to quickly apologise for laughing in the middle of that, given it was a serious scene.
It's all right. I'm more worried. I'm more intrigued about what you're laughing at.
Check in general, Charlie and Lucy have got a lot of ideas, which may or may not have been stoked by Jess and myself.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. Lucy's a follower, not a leader.
Okay.
We could just do the subtle approach. Korsck does know how to rob a house.
I don't see it going smoothly in the slightest. I see us get into the barracks just as the shift change starts. We're going to get looked at immediately. And it's all going to go south from there.
Well, you've got the potion of transformation, and as Lucy has demonstrated, he can just be your monk for a while.
Oh. You head out of the house and you start heading back towards the cup, which is where the rest of the people were. Korsck, Amanita, and Lucy. I'm assuming you're heading towards the flea market. Go and see the guards on the Sands Gate.
Oh, we'll give... Lucy will give Varak his gift anyway, when he meets up with us. She's like, sorry about last night, I don't know what I did, but sorry.
It's alright, Lucy, don't worry. Thank you, though. I appreciate the one. Yeah.
So are you waiting around for the others before you go, or are you just...
A question for the group, actually. Are we going to do the ring raid first, or are we going to do finish up Korsk's business?
We'll finish. It's evening, so we need to do it before the meeting this evening, but we still got time to go do Korsck stuff, I would think.
I would say at the point you headed off to the flea market, or were ready to head off to the flea market, it was probably 10 o'clock in the morning. By the time Varak was up to the mind, it was probably the heart. It was probably 11. So you're heading back around 12. You've got another couple of hours before you're due to meet Varak.
Okay. So we'll probably ask Lucy to Varak, pretend to be Miran again, and we'll go interview some more of the guards. It's just a lot easier to come up with a convincing story if we have someone who looks official in the crew, rather than just randomly approach a guard and say, "Oh, by the way, did you see my sister or brother or cousin come through here 5 hours ago?"
So there's 2 guards stood on the inside of Sandsgate, watching the flea market as such. Then they see Miran striding up towards them, and it's like one of these things where they're like slouched and joking with each other, and suddenly they're like really serious and standing to attention. Mom?
Guards, I have a friend here who has some questions for you. I would expect you to answer them clearly and succinctly.
Of course, Mom.
Yes, Korsck puts both his hands behind his back and stands a little straighter. We're conducting an official investigation into a group of kobolds who have come through the area recently. I'm here acting as informant for our senior leader, Miran. Did you notice any individuals of this description? And he lists off a couple of the traits of some family members of his from the tribe, like the symbols on their shields and armor, if they're lucky enough to have them, and that they will probably be in the area to either as part of a basically performing odd jobs for the more moneyed classes. They'll probably want to keep their business as secret as possible, so they'll want to use this gate, which I'm given to understand is, from the guards on the north side, we're given to understand that it's not necessarily as well watched over as we're led to believe. Would you say that's true?
Nope. So sorry. Each ring has 2 gates.
Yeah.
So what the guy was saying on one side was arguing that the other side of that particular ring, the gates weren't watched as well.
Yeah.
So this is a completely different gate down the other end of the city.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's Korsck is basically trying to insinuate that from the information they got from their rivals on the opposite gate, they're not just doing their jobs as thoroughly as they might be said to be.
Sorry, there isn't another gate. So there's a gate at Portside.
Yeah.
A gate at Talonsport, but Talonsport is like a barracks anyway. The gate on Portside is loosely watched. It's like a port authority more than anything.
Yeah.
So the actual on that Sandsorn gate, there is guards on the roofs of the turrets that you can see, but actually on the ground, it's mainly just that gate.
Okay.
There will be people stationed throughout the flea market and that, and then you've got each gate on the rest. There's 2 gates on each of the rest of the buildings. That each of the rings, there's 2 guards. So for the shield, for example, the one from the flea market into the shield, or the outer bit into the shield, there's guards to the west and to the east. On the next one, from the shield to the cup, it's the guards are on the north and on the south, and then it rotates to the east and west again, and then the north and south. So when you were asking the question in the cup, they were referring, the guards on the west were referring to, the guards on the north were referring to the south.
Okay. Right, so we're talking at the flea market gate, which is on a different ring.
Yeah, which is a different group.
Okay. Right, but I think the basic question still stands, though. It's just the way he would couch it.
So they look at each other as a man and a woman. We saw a group of kobolds. They've been here for a number of months now.
Yes.
They do some bounty work for the Mercenaries Guild.
See. Has the Mercenaries Guild been putting out many contracts of late?
We'll have to go and find out. It's in the they're in the north of the Wall's Shade.
Are they staying with the Mercenaries, or are they staying somewhere in town, or in the flea market even?
I think they're staying outside the walls. Somewhere.
Right. Thank you. You've been very helpful.
We'll leave you to your duties, guards.
Thank you, Mom. And what I would like to say is, it's such a pleasure to see you down here, Mom.
There's no need for brown nosing. You've passed your inspection. Back to work.
Thank you, Mom.
And then walk away. I'm now imagining Lucy walks off, Korsck does his salute, and then Amanita's just in the mushroom form.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was still in mushroom form. I haven't been in that form in ages.
Yep.
Right. It's the Mercenaries Guild.
Do we still have time to go there?
I believe we have to meet up with Varak first. I think it would be better to get the whole group together before we try to walk in and try and coerce the mercenaries into saying what their connection is by tribe.
Oh, coercion's fun.
Don't know what kind of trickery they've been pulling.
Well, we'll wait to find out.
Indeed.
So,
I will change back into myself at some point.
Yeah. He's just been having that conversation with me around, just walking down the street casually.
You, and at that, you're getting quite a bit of attention. Kobold with Miran. What's going on? You,
new advisor in town.
You head back to the cup. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's probably no. It's probably about midday. You see Varak waiting in the Varak, Cleo, and Marcus waiting in the area that you'd agreed. By a particular tree. Well, you can call it a tree. It's a bit of dead wood. That was a tree at some point that somebody in their wisdom planted, and it soon died.
Yeah. I guess at this point, Lucy will give over the flask. Sorry for yesterday. My bad. Here's a new present.
Thanks, Lucy. I appreciate it. You didn't have to get me anything, though. It's fine.
I feel bad. You said I peed on you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's fine.
New flask.
Yeah, new flask.
So how did the visit be assisted?
Also with
So,
refilled.
oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't my sister actually. It was my niece, which is weird. She's in a bit of trouble. So
I was going to say, she was pleased to see you at least, right?
yeah, of course. I guess as much as it can be when you're in lover's trouble. I guess.
Well, what kind of trouble?
So
She didn't fall in love with you, did she?
no, my niece did not fall in love with me. Oh, no. The bottom line.
Amanita, do you know what a niece is?
I do, but I don't know what the rules are in Varak's world when it comes to marrying people.
Pretty certain the family is out.
Yeah, family is off the table. It's not something.
What are the rules in your place? Your home.
They're normal, but I've met plenty of other places that they don't care. I mean, most of them are animals, I guess.
Limited populations, I guess. It has been known to happen with humans too.
That's gross. Humans are vile.
Pointed look at Marcus.
Yeah, no offense, Marcus.
He wasn't here to give a reply.
Is that Max is like, we have those rules too. Although there are stories about some of the royals in some countries being a bit like
Yeah, the Qatar newspapers love covering that sort of stuff. You'd think it was rife.
Anyway, pretty much my mother is trying to force her to marry some dork lieutenant. He's apparently not a nice man, so she doesn't want to marry him because she's met the actual love of her life, who I met, so did Cleo and Marcus. He seems like a alright guy.
So we kill him?
I hope not, but maybe not killing, but definitely beating.
Oh, you just want to scare him?
Alright.
No, we're not scaring any. The idea is there's gonna be a forced dinner party, and my niece is gonna go to that, and she wants us to make sure that he can't propose at that dinner meeting.
So we go to the dinner meeting, and then Lucy gives him a broken nose as he tries to propose.
No, we're gonna rob his house.
I have an idea.
That sounds better. Let's go with that idea.
What's your idea, Lucy?
So who's going to be at this party? Like, is your mother going to be there?
Yeah, I would imagine. Along with his family.
Do you think the marriage would still go ahead if there was an infidelity on his part?
How are you proposing to create this infidelity, Lucy?
Turn into a very attractive dragonborn lady.
Well, your commitment to the cause is certainly admirable, but I think we can manage a less complex solution.
Lucy still feels bad for peeing on Varak and turning into his mother.
Lucy, just remember how that peeing incident happened.
I don't.
It was because you were, as a woman, and you were trying to go to the toilet but couldn't work out how.
Yeah, but I won't go to the toilet.
Lucy pulls out the Monster Anatomy book. Pulls out the Monster Anatomy book and gives it and pushes it into Lucy's face.
Don't give that to him. You know what he'll turn into.
Alright, I was just saying we could do it this way. No violence. We can go the violence route, or we could, just...
Depends on your definition of violence.
Ruin his reputation, and he can't exactly propose to somebody if he's caught, in a compromising position with somebody else that same night.
I don't know. He might be shameless.
Maybe
What
we should
shame?
call that. Maybe we should call that Plan B.
Okay. So what's plan A?
Plan A is we go in, we break into his house. This is in hushed corner of like the cup. We're not talking about this in front of like the people, but like so the plan is to go in. He's got a ring in there somewhere in his house. He's gonna use to propose to Manis. Manis can't reject it, the proposal at the party because it would bring shame on her, and she doesn't want to be forced out like I was. So to stop that from happening, we're gonna go in, steal the ring, maybe beat him up so he can't attend the party, and then we get to keep the ring, and we'll sell it not in this country, but I imagine we can go to somewhere else and sell it. I imagine it's a pretty good ring. He's a lieutenant in the army, so it'll be.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Lucy could dress up as this guy and go around and do some silly things, making him look very basically dishonorable.
Silly or seedy?
Why not both?
Porque no,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
And then he won't be. Go on.
I think Marcus would be like, doesn't sound as though people think much of this guy anyway.
So that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know what he's
My plan, like, you know, he gets caught red-handed with somebody else. He's not exactly going to be able to propose to somebody else.
You would be surprised, Lucy.
Well, okay, let's go beat him up.
That's not the direct. We're gonna steal first, and if we come across him, we'll beat him up.
How are we prepared to go?
Wouldn't he just tell everyone that we stole his ring?
Well, unless we scare him enough.
Well, he won't know we've stolen it. There's no guarantee he'll figure that out.
This is Marcus. Maybe you could combine Plan A and Plan B. Leave him in a compromising position after stealing the ring.
Oh, we could tie him.
Good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I like that plan.
Well, the break-in part I can certainly accomplish.
So when are we going to do this? We going now? Or?
Well, the break-in needs to happen in the evening. So before we head to the meeting, we'll need to do it.
Okay.
I thought it would have been, sorry, that it was the early hours of the morning. Maybe.
Early hours in the morning.
So probably after the meeting, to be honest.
After the meeting, right. So we'll go after the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Unless we want to catch him there, and Lucy could persuade him to go elsewhere, I guess.
Bring him back to his house,
Persuade
maybe.
him? In what way persuade him?
And then we'll threaten him because he'll catch us. And then we can threaten him because he brought a girl home.
Exactly.
I can do that.
We could leave him in a
God.
compromised position.
Okay. Okay. That's enough of that for one day.
Lucy has a lot of pent-up aggression.
So, definitive plan then. We go in. Lucy introduces himself as some dragonborn lady, entices him to a dinner party of sorts or something. Go out in public and get seen with this lady anyway. Holding on to him, grabbing his arm and stuff. While you're distracting him.
Sounds pretty subtle for what Lucy was suggesting.
Well,
apologies.
You guys make the plan. Lucy will do it.
or whatever.
Yeah, let's go with Varak's approach on this.
All right. If people are sure, I don't mind.
So
I'm
don't
easy
threaten
over.
him yet.
Yeah, we don't threaten him yet. If
Okay.
it goes bad, we'll threaten him and beat him up or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
But if it goes to plan, you'll take him out in the town and, be all over him and such and all that jazz. Make sure it's seen by everyone.
Okay.
And we'll break into his house in the meantime. Maybe you should take someone to kind of follow you around and make sure that nothing bad happens in that regard. Just a bit of backup,
So how far am I supposed to be going here? Because I was just thinking like maybe a kiss.
Yeah,
Or two
and like
butt
holding the
leg.
arm and a
Okay.
meal.
Okay.
Question:
Yeah.
what if he's like that your mum, who sees through his disguise?
Then there's
Then there's violence.
Okay,
Well, I could whip up something a little stronger than Lucy's typical disguise. What we were talking about earlier, in fact.
Yeah, I mean we could. That just seems. Well, I don't know.
It wouldn't be illusory in nature, so there's no way he would see through it.
Wait, are you trying to actually change me?
With your permission.
I don't know.
It's a temporary effect, Lucy. Trust me.
I know, but we've.
Mm.
I like having the option of violence.
Violence is never an
get-
option.
You guys, you make the plan. Lucy will follow it.
Violence isn't required. Violence isn't an option. It's required. There we are.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
If things go bad, we'll turn to violence, but otherwise, we'll try and keep it smooth sailing. So
Like,
while
if he's-
Lucy is,
If he's covered head to toe in burns, he can't propose. That's all I'm saying.
our scales can be pretty thick. We'll figure it out.
Very hot.
That's true. Yeah.
So, did they mention where the ring would be exactly, or are we going to have to case the house completely?
Well, search the house completely, which is why we need as long as possible, and why we need Lucy to keep him distracted, or we just rob the place while he's out.
I'm gonna have to take a lot of bathroom breaks.
How long does your spell last?
An hour.
An hour.
And I think I need to make it so that when, like, the illusion has to be at my sort of body shape, because if it's bigger, it's just like shadow and his hand will just go through.
If he touches you, then he'll realise, won't he? Because it's a disguise self spell.
Yeah. So if you want me to touch him, yeah, you might. Maybe that potion's a good idea.
I'll actually I'll put that in the chat for everyone, actually.
I mean, we could just case the place and steal while he's out. I mean, he'll be out in the morning anyway, so...
No, wait a minute. It's over. Oh, that's on cell phone. The last. Sorry.
But Lucy, actually, here's what we could do. While he goes out to work, you'll sneak... So when you come with us, you'll sneak in as a Lady Dragonborn, and you'll sneak out as a Lady Dragonborn to make it look like someone's coming and leaving.
So Varak, are you making a potion out of this? Sorry, not Varak. Korsck, are you making a potion out of it?
I don't think so, because the altar self is only an on-self spell. So I'd have to actually do a proper potion make, which would take too long, I think.
Because I'm just saying, if you cast alter self, it's only on you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody else drinks the potion, of course, turns into...
Yeah, I'm assuming if you make a potion out of it, somebody else would drink the potion
Yeah.
and transform. But so are you seeing that you would be the one that transforms into the?
No. Korsck is not volunteering for this plan.
So the plan is to make a potion then.
Unless we're doing
if,
it the other way.
if we're doing the approach where Lucy basically pretends to be the female dragonborn.
Only if I have to keep him distracted, though. If we go through this, I'm just walking in and out of the building to start some rumors.
Yeah.
With I don't know if this would work. I do have one spell. It's a 4th level spell, and it's polymorph.
But is that just on you?
No, I can on any creature.
Morph you into another creature.
Sounds like the one.
It lasts an hour. I'll post it in set. Obviously, I don't have it prepared, but I'll quickly prepare it so I can post it in the chat.
Yeah. If we're going in the morning as well, then we can all change our spell slots.
Yeah.
I think Lucy likes the idea of like.
Sorry, by the morning I mean 1 or 2 o'clock.
Lucy's now likes the idea of walking in kind of well dressed and then leaving dishevelled with witnesses. And maybe like a bag
So
of
we
coins.
could smash up the house beforehand.
This particular person is quite high in the military though, so chances are most people around him will be below him in rank, so potentially would not want to talk bad about him.
I don't know. If they saw a dominatrix leaving his house, they might. Is that a thing in this world? I don't know.
I don't know what, sorry?
Actually, they don't view. What if it wasn't a female dragonborn that they saw leaving his house? They're currently at war, aren't they?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Female crack dwarf.
Yeah. Why
I
not?
might get attacked, but
I'm wily.
It might raise too many questions.
I think I'd have to run quickly. So I'll go in, and we just need to make sure there's witnesses for when I come out. And then I'll just run and thunderstep away.
Oh, there'll be
Change back to
witnesses.
myself.
As a crack dwarf,
Yeah.
you will be waddling away quickly.
Oh no. But yeah, I could do.
As fast as your little legs can carry you.
if as well, if it helps, Amanita has passed without trace. So as soon as you turn down an alleyway, I could cast that on you and you vanish.
Saying that could definitely ruin some soldier's reputation.
Sneaking in Cragdorfs to have relations. That's it. His career is
That's
over.
definitely sleeping with the enemy.
Anyway,
Yep.
So the actual break-in.
You have to make it look like she's slept with it, like proper done something like.
Oh yeah. This guy's self will take care of that.
The ransacking the house will cover the noise factor.
Heist.
We'll go shopping as well and buy a pair of ladies' underwear and just
Oh god.
put them in the room as well.
Ultra white set, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the plan.
This guy's friends are just gonna be like,
What?
I can see that. I could just see the title for this
Yeah.
for that particular episode being something like "Suspense and Suspenders."
Oh God. Going around a lingerie shop and see.
I'm looking for something that would potentially fit a crag dwarf. Do you have anything like that in shop? What?
Rings the bell for security.
Oh dear.
Right, I'm going to post something in the chat. This is now what I'm seeing in my head. The leave, okay?
Oh god.
It should be at the right time code.
I won't let me do it.
Oh!
You've got to go actually into the link.
Blocked it from display on this website. All right, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's the image in my head.
I've got a lady with a migraine.
Oh no. Well, maybe. And then just disappear into the alley, get them without a trace.
Has everyone here seen the Blackadder episode Money? That was pretty much what I had in my head for pretty much when Lucy proposed this idea. But yeah, the actual high side Korsck can quite easily do because he's good with lockpicks, got decent stealth and a load of support spells for it as well.
Alright.
Oh, we could write a note as well. A love letter.
Thanks for the
I
great
need some more help
time.
with that.
I hope to see you again soon.
I'm gonna.
This will be the second honey trap the group has attempted. I'm allowed.
Yep.
I hesitate to ask what the first one was. Charlie.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. I swear. Yeah, I should be able to share it this way.
It was when they were trying to hunt the hag down, and they didn't realise it was a hag. It was a story of men going missing, children going missing. You've definitely found that stream button, haven't you, John?
Yeah. That's why I imagine. Should be a laugh.
Oh.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Lucy will go in, disguise himself as a crag dwarf. We'll leave a love note. We'll leave. Oh. I want to see if we can get like a.
It was just here, Varak. Oh.
Like a lock of hair, maybe. Leave a lock of hair somewhere.
Mess up the bed sheets.
Mess up the bed sheets.
Is there anywhere we can
Getting them all around a little bit. Not leave any fluids or anything.
We're just breaking into this guy's house to have a drunken party there.
Oh dear.
This shall be interesting.
Cool. Right, have we finished plotting?
I think so.
Right. We won't end where I was going to end, but we'll call it a week for the week. We'll stop it there for the week.
We travel and roll, our intentions are good. Maybe we fight.